Today is Monday, April 28th, and this is the video recap for the Oracle Forex Group. Before I get into specific chart analysis, I just want to make a little assessment here. If you look at the Euro USD up around 22:30 Eastern Time, it was making new highs, but yet the pound dollar was pretty much doing what we expected to do, which is to pretty much just sit there and consolidate and wait for something to happen when the market opens. So these currencies were not did not have any reason to be inverse from each other, one moving up and the other one just doing nothing. So when I go to Euro USD, this thing making new highs prior to the Frankfurt session drove the MACD up. So you would think that we look 1 pip above here to go entry long. However, when the European markets open, we had this candle here, which is about 50 pips long in one candle. That's a little concerning to me. So I would not take this trade because it came across, number one, the black moving average, and then there was no reason for this thing to move up the way it did. So that was a flag to me. So if we would have took this trade, I think the difference between this high and this high here is like 11 pips. So that would have been a loss because we reversed. Then we came to the downside, and so we set we would go low here. However, we came and tested the upper EMA, and it did not we did not make a new low, so that took this short off the table. So there was no trade that I would have taken or called on this pair today. Now, the pound dollar, different story. This is where I made my money today. What we expected to do prior to the European session open, it decided to come down, broke to the MACD to the lower side. However, when some people typically with their system, they'll sell this dip here. However, we had a reversal happen, so that's where my methodology keeps us. We got to make a new low in this case in order to get brought into the trade. But we had a reversal, so we came back to the upside. MACD crossed over to the zero. We did not touch the lower EMA on this on any of these candles, so that would not have been a trade. But yet we did go make a new high. We came back, tapped here, so 1 pip above would be the entry here. This is a trade that I took, and it was kind of late in the morning in the New York, late in the London session. It was about 9:30, I guess, Eastern time. And so this pivot here is at 99.62. I just went ahead and took this trade to this pivot point, which seemed to be a good choice at this stage because it only made a couple of pips higher than that and then reversed down. So nevertheless, I did make 20. I got in at 40, so I made 22 pips on this trade. So this was a solid trade. We'll look at the Euro Yen next. Would not have been a trade here. We had your Asian session brought us up to the high side, and then we came back down. I don't trade prior to the London Open, and that's what happened here. So the MACD started to come back down, and so we crossed over to the short side. We did not make a new low off of this candle, and so we came back reverse, and MACD went to the other side. So there was some there was some uncertainty as to what this currency wanted to do today. Therefore, I would not have played around with this currency just based off of this, with the MACD going up and down. Anyway, we came to the short side here, and so we would have taken a low if we made taken a short if we made a new low, which we didn't. We came back, so that's another reason why this thing doesn't know what it wants to do. So this is a stay away currency, no trade. And then on the dollar Swiss, let's see, we were making new lows through the Asian session, which was a little concerning, just as the euro was. We did make a new low, but again, I would not have touched it because all of this movement was due to the Asian session. So anyway, I would not have taken this trade when a new low was made. And then we crossed over to the high side, came back, tapped, and we would go here, but it's too late in the session. I'm not going to trade this late in the day. Anyhow, we did not make a new high, and it doesn't look like we're going to. So there was no clear trades that I felt comfortable with was the dollar, and that is the trade that I took today for a winner. So that is the video recap for Oracle Forex Group for April 28th, 2008. See you tomorrow.